Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your July 2020 horoscope for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I do recommend this for your rising sign. But before we get into this, I want to mention that I am currently offering a class on astrology that can be found in the Facebook private group Astrology Class with Daquan Jones. So if that is something that you are interested in, I will leave the link for that down below in the comments and in the description box. So let's go ahead and get into this. So big news here is happening today, July 1st, 2020, where we are seeing Saturn retrogress back into the sign of Capricorn. So we had that intense Pluto-Saturn conjunction that happened as the catalyst at the beginning of the year here for this breakdown and change of our reality. And Saturn has shifted forward into the sign of Aquarius, where we experience that sneak peek of what is to come in the month of December, coming up here at the end of 2020. And Saturn has stationed retrograde in May at 1 degree of Aquarius, and now Saturn is finally retrogressing back into the sign of Capricorn. And so this is taking us back into our old reality. Because remember, with Saturn in Capricorn, this has been a reality where our role, our responsibility, our duty has been put on the government, on the systems, on the old structures put in place. And as Saturn has shifted into Aquarius, it has shifted our structures and our foundations to better support us. And it is calling for us all to come together as a collective to support one another. And so that is the sneak peek that we got that is coming up in December to stay. And so Saturn is retrogressing back into Capricorn, giving us another look at our old reality. And remember that our old reality has been broken down, it's crumbling, it's falling apart as Pluto and Jupiter are stationed retrograde in Capricorn. And so Pluto has been sitting here in Capricorn since 2008, where it has been this breakdown of our physical reality. Now, with Saturn retrogressing back into Capricorn, this is happening in your 11th house, where this is a big time to reassess your goals, your ambitions, and what you are trying to achieve at this moment for you, Pisces. Because remember that Saturn has spent a great deal of time back in your 12th house, where these have just been dreams, these have just been visions. And so this is pulling this out into your physical reality, where you can actually experience this and see if these goals are going to really work out for you or not. So big time of exploring your goals, exploring your dreams, seeing what is truly going to manifest in your reality. Also happening here on the 5th of July, we have a full moon lunar eclipse that is also happening here in your 11th house as well. And remember that this eclipse season started off with that full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 5th of June, where this has been a major moment of clearing out these old goals, these old ambitions that no longer serve you. And so big news for those of you with Pisces rising is surrounded around your dreams, your ambitions, your goals of what you want to see unfold. And as this full moon lunar eclipse is taking place in Capricorn, in the completion of that solar eclipse that happened in Cancer in your 5th house, this is really opening you up to new goals, new ambitions, new hobbies, new skills that you can try on, that you can start to work towards in order to fulfill your dreams and goals at this time. And so as we have this full moon lunar eclipse happening here in Capricorn, this is a release of the old goals, once again, the old plans, the old friend circles that no longer serve you. And this is an area, remember, that has been breaking down for many of you for some time now with this Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter happening here in your 11th house. Moving forward here on the 12th of July, we have Mercury stationing direct in Cancer. And for those of you who have been following along here, you know that Mercury stationed retrograde on the 18th of June. And so this has been a little under a month here that Mercury has been in this retrograde phase of really reassessing your hobbies, your activities, your interests, and really what you want to create, what you want to build, what you want to gain wealth and appreciation and value from. This is a big time for your goals and your ambitions for those of you with Pisces rising. You may also feel this if you are a Pisces sun or moon, but strongly affecting those with Pisces rising. Now, moving forward here, we have our second new moon that is happening on the 20th. That is coming off of this Mercury direct in Cancer, where you have reassessed what you want to accomplish here, what you want to create, what you want to do in your profession. And with this solar eclipse that happened here, we saw this new moon that happened already, where this was giving you this chance, this shot in the dark to go for a new ambition, to go for a new goal, a new activity, a new interest. And we're seeing this because remember that we started off this eclipse season with a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. We did not start with that solar eclipse in Gemini. So this is our second new moon here in Cancer that we are seeing. And so this is giving you a second shot at really going after your goals, going after your interests, going after your desires, to see it through, to accomplish something great here in the month of July. Next thing that's happening here is on the 22nd of July, where we are having the sun enter into Leo. And so this is the sun entering into your 6th house, right? Where many of you are creatively expressing yourself through your work life. This is going to be strongly highlighted even more so as the sun is entering into your 6th house here, where your work life is being highlighted, where your goals, your achievements, big time to work towards what you want to see unfold in your reality for those of you with Pisces rising. So in this moment here in July, this is a big moment where the doorways are open for you. The doorways, the opportunities are open for you to create something great here in the month of July. So that was your transits. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the cards. And for the month of July, I did pull from the Rider Tarot deck, the Connolly Tarot deck, and the Black Moon Astrology deck. So starting off here from the Rider Tarot deck, our first card here is the World. And so once again, your options are open. This is your time to explore. This is your time to see what you can do, what you can create in this moment. For those of you with Pisces rising. Again, you may feel as though you resonate with this if you are a Pisces sun or moon. But big options, big opportunities to explore, to create, to see what you can build in this moment. Once again, going off of that new moon and that solar eclipse that previously happened there in your 5th house. And so what is it that you can do? What is it that you can create here in the month of July? Using your skills, using your talents, using your gifts to create. And for many of you with Cancer in your 6th house, you are healers, right? You are nurturers. You are caregivers. So big time to explore that. Big time to see how you can use your gift to heal and nurture others. And so keeping in mind here, for those of you with Pisces rising, that your options are open. This is not a time to sit still and do nothing, especially coming off of that Mercury retrograde. As Mercury comes direct here, you are given the tools here to actually go into that new goal, to go into that new activity as this Mercury retrograde clears out. You have the direct motion to move forward. Next card here is the Four of Wands in reverse. And so many of you are allowing yourselves to live in this place of disappointment, to live in this place of not doing what you love. You're not celebrating your life to the fullest, where you are doing what brings you the most joy, the most fulfillment in your life. And so big time to reassess that, especially with that Mercury retrograde sitting in your 5th house. What is it that you need to do differently this time to really tap into what brings you that true joy and appreciation in your life? What is it that you love to do? What is it that you're trying to create? What is it that you want to build in this moment? Because once again, remember that you have the world, you have this opportunity to create something big. Keep in mind that when we're looking at the world card, that we always have the eagle representing Scorpio, the man representing Aquarius, the lion here representing Leo, and the bull representing Taurus. These are our fixed signs, the signs that hold everything in place in our reality. So you have the world, you have the tools to build and create the reality that you want. So big time to really focus on that. Focus on what is bringing you joy, what inspires you, what you can create and build in this moment. Next card here is the Death card. So this is our Scorpio card, and this is a big moment of really transforming your life by once again tapping into your skills, tapping into what you can do and create and build in this moment. And so for those of you who are standing still, those of you who are stuck in the past, it is time to clear that. It is time to move out of that. It is time to move forward into your next phase in life. And so this is a big time of really clearing and releasing and letting go of the past that no longer serves you. Remember that we have this Saturn retrograde and this full moon lunar eclipse that is happening up in your 11th house, where it is time to clear out old friends who no longer serve you. It's time to clear out old goals that no longer serve you, and to focus on what you can do, what you can build in this moment. Very creative month for you in terms of what you can create, in terms of what you can gain by expressing yourself, by putting your ideas out there, by moving into the direction of what brings you that joy. Next card here is the Queen of Swords. And so big moment to stand by your truth, to stand by what you know. Once again, with that Saturn retrograde in your 11th house, are you being swayed and influenced by others? And remember that Neptune is retrograde in your 1st house, where many of you are questioning yourselves at this time. Many of you questioning the way that you are coming off, the way that you're approaching life, your appearance, right? Many of you are here questioning yourselves. And with this Saturn retrograde, are you being impacted by fear from the world, from others around you, from your friends, from your social network? And so time to pay attention to your truth, time to pay attention to what you know, to what you believe, and to stand by that. To move into this direction of what you can manifest and create based upon what you believe in, not what you are being influenced by or the impressions of others, but to pay close attention to your own thoughts and what you can manifest. Because for many of you, your thoughts are becoming reality here in the month of July. And so focusing very closely to make sure that you are not in this place of negative thinking, that you are not being influenced or being planted seeds of negativity by your friend circles. Pay attention to who you are interacting with here in this moment in terms of your friend circles. Next card here is the Magician. Once again, this is your time to create, to manifest. This is your confirmation here once again with the Magician card. This is your time to create what you want to experience now, Pisces. So really taking that time to once again take your ideas. You had plenty of time to sit on many ideas of what you want to create with that Mercury retrograde sitting in your 5th house. And so coming into this Mercury direct, take this time to build and create what you want to see manifest in your life. Big magician time for you to manifest your dreams into reality, especially with that Saturn that is moving out of your 12th house and into your 11th house. paying very close attention to what it is that you want to build and create. That is where you will see the results here. That is where you will see the gains, is by tapping into what brings you joy, tapping into what you want to manifest, tapping into what you love, right? That fifth house is being heavily impacted with that new moon and with that solar eclipse that we saw. This is your second chance around to build and create what you want. The universe is giving you a second chance here to create something great here in this month of July. So pay very close attention to that. Pay attention to the signs that come up. Pay attention to the inspiration that comes up. Pay attention to your ideas, your beliefs, what you want to create, what you want to build, and not to this outside noise that is influencing you in a negative way. Next card here is Aquarius in reverse. And so once again, you want to be cautious of your friends, of your community, how you're being influenced by others. With Aquarius in reverse, it is a big time to focus inward on yourself and what you know. Again, going back to that Queen of Swords, big time to focus on yourself. And with that new moon that is happening there in your fifth house and Mercury direct in your fifth house, big time to focus on what you know, on what you think, on what you believe, on what you can create. This is not a time to blend in with those around you. This is not a time to be influenced by others around you. This is a time to focus in on what you know, what you want to manifest, what you want to create. Big time to focus inward on yourself and your goals. Because for the work that you're putting in, for the time that you're putting in, for the thoughts that you are thinking, you are manifesting and creating something great here in your life in July 2020. So for those who are willing to work at your goal, for those who are willing to work on positive thinking, for those who are willing to believe in your dream, and to not allow fear and to not allow negative influences to impact you, this is a big time for you to create and manifest what you want to see unfold. Next card here from the Black Moon Astrology deck is Earth. Time to be firm in your beliefs. Time to build and create, right? And we talked a lot about this. With this Taurus energy that is in your third house, you have the energy to build, to create something new, especially with Uranus sitting in your third house in Taurus. This is a time to create something new. This is a time to build something new. Uranus is in here changing what you can express, changing what you can create in your life. And so for those of you who are feeling this shift and wanting to do something new, this is time for you to embark on this journey. This is time for you to take on this new task to build up something new in your life. So strong time to build up a new foundation. Next card here is coming from the Connolly Tarot deck. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And so this is a big time of realizing that the blocks that are happening in your life are coming from you. This is a big time to realize that these blocks and influences from the outside world are your mirror. And so paying very close attention to your thoughts. Once again, making sure that everything is positive, that everything is serving you at this time, is going to allow you through this process. And so big time of really allowing yourself to release any negative thoughts that are blocking you. Next card here is the Five of Swords. So big time to, once again, to grow, to develop, to learn through this process. And so, again, for those of you who are willing to do the work, for those of you who are willing to move forward here, to create, to manifest your dreams, this is your time. We have that Mercury direct. We have that Cancer new moon that is sitting there in your 5th house of creativity. So this is your time to build what you want to see. And remember that we had that Magician card. So this is your time to build what you want to manifest. Last card for you, Pisces. Last 2 cards coming from the Connolly Tarot deck are 9s, right? This is an ending of an old chapter so that you can begin a new one. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 9 of Cups upright. Time to let go of the old memories and attachments that are holding you back. Time to let it all out, to release all feelings of the past, to address it, to lay it all out on the table so that you can move forward. So this is a big time of manifesting the reality that you want to see by letting go of the past and taking the chance to jump into something new. That was your horoscope for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising for July 2020. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And feel free to join the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light. It is a free group on Facebook where you can share your spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, or simply just love and positivity. And I want to thank you all once again so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.